Virgo, Sun, Moon, Rising in Venus, welcome. I'm David. This is Warriors of Light Astro Tarot. And for mid-June here, this week, or two, what I'm doing is just a straight up love reading using the heart spread here. 8 cards you can see already laid out. It's a pretty straightforward reading. The other reading today was too, and I think that when I see that kind of spirit's sort of saying like I want to make sure this gets through. And I see a marriage here too, just so you'll know. I'd say something at the beginning so you can be like, oh hell no, there's no marriage, and then you have to waste your time. But this is your energy in and around love, romance, and relationship. This Page of Cups here. So this, I like to look at this kind of a baseline, kind of where you're at, kind of separated from any relationship at all. And that's, we'll get back to that. That's pretty easy. When you have this, the Jupiter card, the Wheel of Fortune, this is your person's energy. That's complex. And it's the number 10 major arcana. And here, this is how the energy of how they're feeling and reacting to you, feeling about you. Match coming with your, Knight of Wands. They've got the 10 of Wands. So for you, I think straight up, this shows someone that's in the mood for love. It's when I see the Page of Cups too, it's appropriate. Like, you're not someone who's desperate and needs someone to love them and all of that. It's just you're open, right, to love. So, when you're open, it's like, and someone glances at you across a crowded room, bar, or restaurant, and they make eye contact, almost unconsciously. If you are open, maybe you linger a few extra seconds, and maybe unconsciously even they go, and then hit you up, or vice versa. Well, that's kind of the energy I get with the Page of Cups here in this position, and where you're at in terms of love, romance, and relationship. So it's a really good energy to have. It's kind of being open to love, but you're not out. You're probably not on a dating site. You're being, just kind of being open, and it's on your mind. And hey, I think I'd like to have a relationship in my life. If that isn't happening right now, then this represents this ongoing relationship. That'd be the energy how it came about. And so for them, though, with the Jupiter card, could indicate a Sagittarius personality, by the way, or could indicate Aries. You got Jupiter in Aries right now. It's really strong there. It's making things happen because Mars is there too. And Jupiter's just really good there anyway in Aries, really comfortable there. It's like a sister sign, trying to the Sag energy. And I get the feeling, though, I'm kind of reading this combined with the rest of the reading, because you got this is the advice from Spirit for them in the relationship, that they didn't really expect to find you, Virgo, but like that. So I think, like, I'm just kind of reading intuitively here. I don't think they were pounding the bushes either. Like they were maybe less so than you. Like you were kind of like, okay, I'm open to love, kind of like a relationship, but they were just like, nah, they were just living their life, and I think they're dealing with a marriage, guys. Maybe they're still married, maybe they're tying up loose ends, something like that. I don't see any hanky panky or anything, but just it's reality, right? There's divorce and marriage, it happens in life. Because now the way they're reacting to you is this 10 of Wands, and it's kind of overwhelmed energy, in a lot of actions, and it's like, it's kind of like having to, I get the feeling coming over this, Justice card here, which is advice from Spirit. It's almost comical. It's like again, it's not like they're playing you or hustling you or anything, but it's like, oh my God, okay, here's like this. They were thinking like, I ain't really that worried about I was gonna go specific with this. I ain't really worried about getting divorced. What do I care? It's, and now you're coming in with the Knight of Wands, and if there's any doubt, like you knocked their socks off, whatever. If you were just kind of like, yeah, I'm open to love. I said the thing about meeting eyes. When you guys met each other, it was like, kabow. And then you turned in from this innocent little Page of Cups to this roaring animal. That's the Knight of Wands. And it is crazy sexual. And they responded. So sex would have been off the hook. Just the magnetic energy that you guys would have with each other, beyond even the sex, is tremendous, attraction. And so I think it kind of set them into like motion, and again, like when they met you with the Wheel of Fortune, it is good fortune. And it's said that, when it comes, you want to take advantage of it because it just comes for a while. And then you see it in astrologer with the transits, and then it goes, and it's going to come back. But I think they took advantage of it. I think they saw you as like this amazing like opportunity, and not in the sense of an opportunist. And I would say that if I felt it. I don't do the, just always good readings, but I don't think there's that. And then I think with the Three of Wands coming under your Knight of Wands, there might be, because you're Virgo, and in your mind you're not used to moving fast probably, and you might be thinking, I don't know, maybe this is just a sexual relationship. And there's two reasons why I'm saying I don't think that's the case, and both of them have to do with this is the advice from Spirit here. And I always say, I don't necessarily trust myself or other people, and I never trust the fucking government, but I always trust the advice from Spirit. This is advice for how you interact with them. This is for advice from Spirit for how they best can interact with you. And this is the advice for the relationship as a whole. And I'm going to be honest with you. The advice for the relationship as a whole is get it on. This is a flaming phallus. This is a very sexual card. It's also the romance card. And so it's like saying, like, I always make a joke. If I had a dating site, I always fantasize about an astrology dating site, which I think is more theoretical because synastry is so complex. It sounds like it might work if you could just get the Venus and the Mars and everybody and mismatch. I don't know. But, I'd call it the Three of Wands dating site. This is the, looking for your ships to come in energy. But I think that's, being that this is advice, I think Spirit's telling you, yeah, you done found the one that you were looking to come in. And this is this person here that's represented by this Jupiter card here, the Wheel of Fortune. And, you need look no further. And it's basically saying, like, if you haven't consummated the relationship, then do it. Another thing that the Ace of Wands could represent is, and I feel like it could be kind of, like I said, like it was a little fast, and you're kind of wondering, maybe before you went too fast, or you're just wondering if you don't want to do something rash. And maybe you're seeing the fact that they kind of weren't prepared. Maybe they've told you they have a marriage in the wings that they're still dealing with, and you're kind of like, I don't know if I want to get into this mess. I mean, it could be flip-flop. I don't know, maybe you have the marriage, but you would be thinking the same thing, like, I don't know, I'm not even done with my first marriage or whatever, and now this thing has come up, and it's like, oh my God, it's kind of getting out of hands. Spirit's like, let it go with it, just do it, pull the trigger, When I see this here as advice from Spirit to Virgos, I think, like, go away for a long week, a long weekend in the mountains, it's summer, or to the beach, and have a good time together and really bond and get to know each other and romance it up, because this is also the romance phase. So it's like if you were holding back, and their advice clearly is that they need to take care of this. Like, for instance, if justice had been up here, and then they say they reversed, the way I would read this is like they're looking at your advances with this and going, oh no, I'm married, what am I going to do? But it's not really like that, and this is just Spirit telling them, yes, you need to deal with this, and why? Because this is advice for relationship as a whole, so that you can go ahead and enjoy the romance that you both deserve. Frankly, I think and got the Hierophant as the outcome of a heart spread. That's marriage. So, that's where this is leading. And I think that's kind of a little bit of the thing. Like, both of you are in this heavily sexual, highly magnetic energy. It happened fast. It's kapow. And Spirit is saying, like, it's okay. Stuff happens. And, you guys, if not a marriage, you're heading to this long-term committed relationship with one another that maybe will ultimately lead to marriage. But Hierophant's very traditional, very legitimate. There's nothing illegitimate about this, Virgo. Thank you guys. Let me know what you think. I appreciate your comments. Do like, subscribe, share, and subscribe, and all that good stuff. Love you.